Are you someone that wants to get good at pull-ups? I'm gonna show you how to go from doing no pull-ups to as many pull-ups as you want. The first thing to understand is you need to be strong enough to lift your own body weight in a specific way, right? So I'm not a fan of showing you these progressions of all these random exercises you can do to incorporate so you can get good at pull-ups. You gotta do pull-ups. It's that simple. Now, I appreciate you might not be able to lift your whole body weight. So what do? We take some body weight away. Now, you might have a assisted pull-up machine in the gym. That's actually how I learned to do pull-ups. I remember in the 6 weeks holidays at school, I just did that. I did pull-ups 3 times a week for 6 weeks. I went from doing no pull-ups to loads of pull-ups. So if you don't have access to that, you will have access to some kind of squat rack machine. And I've got this heavy resistance band here, which is gonna give me about 40, 50 kilos of assistance, right? So if I'm 95 kilos, this band is gonna give me about 50 kilos of assistance. That means I'm gonna lift about 45. So now I'm not lifting 95 anymore, I'm lifting 45. And then quite frankly, all you do is you step on it, right? And you start going to do some pull-ups, right? It's as simple as that. And then as you get stronger, you just get a smaller band, a smaller band, a smaller band. And then the only other thing I may incorporate as well is some eccentric work. So some focus on the lowering phase, because that's where you're actually strongest. You'll never be strongest on the lift, you'll be strongest on the lowering phase. So the only other thing I would incorporate in order to complement my natural pull-up work would be jump reps. So you might be here, you might need a little bit of a box if you're a bit shorter, but what you do is you jump, try and control, and then come down as slowly as possible, right? So that's another fantastic thing you can incorporate, but those are the only two things I would do, right? Everything else, fluff. You wanna get good at pull-ups, do pull-ups.